I just want to make something abundantly clear. It's probably clear already, but I just want to underline it, I suppose. Sorry, I sliced my lip shaving. I really have to buy some new razor blades. Too busy, too lazy, whatever. I mentioned that Benatar's position in some ways militates towards blind faith, and I still think that that is actually a valid view of what he has to say. I don't think that he understands that that is an implication, but it's I come at it as a material conditional. Now that's a logical thing, and I'm famous for saying, or infamous, or I'm known for saying that logic is a tool, it's not our master, which is fine, but I'm simply saying that if we want to employ logic to draw certain conclusions, you've then brought logic into the matrix and you can sort of use it. It's like logic being a tool to do a certain job. If you want to fix your carburetor, you don't use a vacuum cleaner, you use the appropriate mechanical tools. If you want to relieve pain, you tend not to use hot chili powder applied to the spot or whatever. So, if we're going to be using logic, then okay, Benatar does, in his asymmetry, use a logical formula. And he seems to start off with this assumption that the avoidance of pain is all that matters. So, if the avoidance of pain is what matters, and isn't this what ultimately lies at the bottom of the asymmetry, is pain avoidance, or harm avoidance, I guess is the way he would put it, not even suffering avoidance, but harm avoidance. If harm avoidance is the important thing, then adherence to reality or truth as you perceive it takes second place, plays second fiddle. Material conditional. If harm avoidance is of primal importance, then truth is less important. You've, in a sense, lowered the value of reality, or lowered reality of a deliberately accurate perception of reality. I am not advocating amor fati, delusion, religion, or anything like that. Nothing like that at all. All that I'm doing is I'm taking someone else's formula, or what I believe to be someone else's formula, I'm open to be corrected here, and saying that if you take their assumptions and look at them, sort of look at them from different angles, in a sense, Benatar is saying delusion makes sense. Do you want to avoid harm or not? Now, I don't think that harm avoidance is as important as what Benatar seems to think it is, or I don't see it as that central to everything. So I don't have to sort of defend that material conditional. I don't have to say, look, I'm making a case for religion because I agree with him that harm avoidance is all that matters. I don't agree with him. But I'm saying if you do take him at his word, and that is the underlying implication in the asymmetry, and again, if someone disagrees with that, feel free. But if that is what is of primary importance, then truth itself is of consequently less importance. If delusion, if religion, if faith, if denial will reduce harm, then per Benatar, it makes sense for us to do that. Only if. I hasten to point this out, and I want to underline this, I am not advocating this. I am simply saying what the logic of Benatar's position demands in the end, ultimately.